You are an obsession. I cannot sleep. I'm your possession. Unopened at your feet. There's no balance, no equality. Be still. I will not accept defeat. Like a butterfly.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah and this is the Sarah Experience. Today we're back with another TV show versus book kind of video. In fact, this is the second of a series. I'm obviously talking about True Blood because it has been one of my greatest obsessions lately, so I can't stop talking about it. In fact, also, apart from watching the TV show, I'm as well reading the books. I just want to say that in this video I'm going to talk in depth about the TV show and the book, so I am going to make spoilers. So if you haven't watched the second season of True Blood or you haven't read the second book of the True Blood series, please do not watch this video. But you can go watch the first video of this series that I made, that I'll link down in the description below, and it's about the first book versus the first season of the show. Now without further ado, let's get into the video. True Blood is a concept in which in today's world vampires exist for real, and they told everyone that they exist. So they came out of the shadow and they even have synthetic broth to drink so that they don't actually have to drink poor humans that actually care about their blood. The protagonist is Suki Steakhouse that falls in love with a vampire, Bill. There is a lot more to it, so if you want to know more about the general plot of the show, please go watch the first video that I made. Now, let's talk general. First, the second book of the series is called Living Dead in Dallas, and it's of course written by Charlene Harris. And it has a relatively linear plot because it is written from the point of view of Suki, the protagonist. Instead, the show gives space to everyone's storyline, adding more details and more depth to the characters. So, of course, we have an intricate and complex plot that has some common points with the books, but of course, it has more to it. The main focus of the books is saving a missing vampire in Dallas and the secret sex club thing related to Lafayette's death. The main focus of the TV shows are still the missing vampire in Dallas, but the Manette. And she brings a lot of problems, and I will tell you about that later. She's a bad bitch, and she brought a lot of problems in the TV show, whilst in a series she was just passing by Bon Thames, making a bit of, scratching Suki's back, and then just demanding sacrifices to her, and then killing a bunch of people and then leaving. She's not a big problem in the book, whilst in the TV show she's a bad bitch that needs to be killed, I hope. Let's start with the beginning of both adaptations. Suki is working at Marlot's, and then Andy Balfour, sheriff in a TV show, and in the book he's just a detective. He is getting drunk for whatever reasons. Then, coming out, Suki finds in Andy's car a body. In the books, it is Lafayette's body. Whilst in the TV show, it is Jeanette, a woman that helped Tara with some exorcisms and things related to Tara's mom. That's a whole other story that I will tell another time if you want. Lafayette in the book actually dies at the beginning of the second one, and he is killed by some members of the secret sex club. In the TV show he doesn't die as far as I got. I watched season 4 and he's still alive, but in season 2 he gets kidnapped by Eric, the vampire, the gorgeous, amazing vampire, and because of some things related to V, since Lafayette was a drug dealer, especially V dealer, so vampire blood dealer. he gets traumatized by that experience and he will hate vampires for a very long time. I mentioned Tara many times, so who is Tara? I actually found out, despite what I said in the first video of this series, that Tara actually exists in a book. She has the same name, she always lived in Bontemps, but she's not Suki's best friend actually. She's just an high school friend. In True Blood instead, she is Suki's best friend. She has her own complicated storyline that is always, or at least almost, detached from Suki. Tara is also involved with the Menad. In both adaptations, Tara is dating Benedict X. In the book, he has always lived in Bontemps and is dating Tara and is not related or connected to the Menad whatsoever. On the other hand, it being the TV show, is the accomplice of the Menad and killed Janet, the body found in Andy's car at the beginning of the season. He is killed by Jason, Suki's brother, because he was threatening to kill Andy. A minor thing is that in the TV show, Jason, Suki's brother, and Andy, the sheriff, are friends. In the book, it doesn't happen. Another character that is on one side connected to the Menad and in the other one is not, is Sam Merlot, the owner of the bar where Suki works as a waitress. He is a shapeshifter in both adaptations, and in the book, he actually hangs out a lot with the Menad, but he didn't know her before. In True Blood, he is terrified by her, he is scared, he is really traumatized, because when he was a teenager, he encountered her and she molested him, so he ran away and was deeply scared to meet her again because he knew that she was powerful, she was bad news. And it was right, because when she arrives in Bontemps, she wants to sacrifice Sam to a non-existent god. And she almost does it. But fortunately, the two storylines, so the one in Dallas and the one in Bontemps, merge together and Suki and Bill save Sam. Now let's move to Dallas. So there is a missing vampire in Dallas, and since Suki made a deal with Eric, telling him that if he doesn't kill any human, she would help him since she is a telepath and she can help with anything Eric wants. So Eric gets hired to do a job and find a missing vampire in Dallas. So he sends Suki and Bill there, and the vampire is actually a random vampire in Dallas called Farrell. In a TV show, it is Eric's maker, Godric. This makes a huge difference in Eric's development in a TV show, because you can see that Godric and Eric are very connected. They care about each other a lot. They both bring out each other's humanity in a way, and Godric is a really role model for Eric. And we also see Eric crying at Godric's death. Godric has at least 1,000 years, if not more, and he is a killer, a murderer. He also killed kids and children and many people, and now he regrets what he did, and he wants to see the sun again in order to purge his sins and be freed from the curse that his life is. So this is a common point between the TV show and the book. He is a suicidal, and his main goal is meeting the sun again, which in human terms means burning to death, because he's a vampire and they cannot see sun. They cannot see the sun, they cannot walk in sun, so he will do that once he saved Suki, both cases. But remember that he is not Eric's maker in the book. Main thing that I forgot to mention is that in Dallas there is the Fellowship of the Sun Church. It is a congregation of humans that really dislike vampires and actually want to eradicate them from humanity and from the world, and wants to kill them with brutality because they don't think that they deserve to be alive, or, well, technically dead, but they don't deserve to be there, and they hate them and they really want to kill them. In fact, they kidnapped the missing vampire along with the help of Godric, that actually would regret everything and turn back to his path. In the TV show, a very important thing is that Jason takes part of the Fellowship of the Sun Church and gets really brainwashed to the point that he really wants to kill vampires because he had an addiction to V, and he had a girlfriend, she was crazy, and they also killed a vampire together, and so then he was brainwashed by the church, and basically he and Suki found themselves in the same spot in Dallas, and humans wanted to kill Suki along with the vampires because she, of course, is dating a vampire, and that's against the whole idea of the church and whatever, and all of that. In the books, it's very much simple. There is a random vampire missing, there is Godric, who is not related to Eric whatsoever, and still Godric in both cases helps Suki to escape in a way. She doesn't make it out in the TV show, so she waits for Eric and then Godric to save her, and they don't kill any humans. Whilst in the book, Suki managed to escape with the help of a shapeshifter and some werewolves. And then the vampires go to the church and kill some people. So as you can see, until here, the TV show is a hot mess in the sense that everything happens. Everything and everyone, and it's just a lot of things. The book is very less eventful, but still enjoyable. In fact, I really love the book, I really love the cover, it's amazing. There would be so many more things to add, but this video will last forever. So the last thing that I'm going to say is that another character that doesn't appear in the book is Jessica. Jessica in the TV show was created by Bill because he killed another vampire, Fantasia, which is the bar that Eric owns for vampires only. She has her own storyline again in the TV show, but she does not exist in the book. The similar things to these two amazing creations is, of course, the magnificence of Eric's character. It was funny, gorgeous, cynic, a bit malicious. It's everything you could ever ask for, and it's also a hassle and a dickhead. But what can you do when Eric is such an amazing person, right? I didn't say much about Suki and Bill's relationship because there are not many differences in that. Actually, the only thing I could say is that Bill in the book bought a whole mall because he just wanted to. The Maenad is a creature that comes from Greek mythology. It was a crazy woman that followed the god Bacchus in crazy parties involving alcohol, dances, nature, so all of that. Those are the sacred things to the Maenad. And she demands craziness. She lives for craziness and madness. And she can create that. She can create that around her in the city. And this is a main element to the TV show. Although she will do the same thing in the book, but for a short period of time. This is all for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you wanna if you want me to continue this series talking about the third book compared to the third season, because I'm currently reading the third book and we have a lot to discuss there as well. So please leave a like, a comment down below, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be updated whenever I upload a new video. And without further ado, see you next time. Bye!